My name's Dave Taylor. I'm Design Director for Berkeley Homes, Oxford and Chiltern, and the lead architect for the Horlicks Quarter. The Horlicks Quarter started life really by looking back at the history of the Horlicks factory itself and the site and all of the characteristics that we felt were really important. Horlicks started life as a supplement, as a tablet which was used for nutritional value, for health, for well-being, and that formed the start of our journey here at the Horlicks Quarter. The factory itself was obviously a key part of the design evolution, and there were two elements in particular that were really important to the scheme. One was the clock tower and the second was the chimney. These two elements, as the factory evolved over the years, had become obscured. They weren't visible from within the site, and we felt that they were really important to creating an iconic scheme around which we can then create all these new homes. So as part of our designs, we've scaled back the extent of the original factory to expose the clock tower and the chimney, and they'll now form the focus of the central part of our scheme, Clock Tower Place and Aquifer Gardens. Working with the existing characteristics of the factory was a really important part of our scheme evolution. So we were taking elements of parts of the site, parts of the history which have been lost over the years. So elements such as the old water tower, which used to be in the central part of the site, which was a black cast iron box high up on top of a red brick building. We used that as the starting point for the top two floors of the factory building. So these echo that water tower feel with black metal cladding. And then as we come back down through the building, reusing the existing brickwork was incredibly important to us, making sure that we can keep as much of the original fabric of the building as possible, but at the same time matching that with new brickwork which tied in to give a seamless architectural appearance. Within the Clock Tower collection stands the biggest part of the factory. We wanted to create properties which were exemplary, which maximised the use of the existing fabric, but at the same time create a unique central heart within this part of the building. So as part of the redesign for this part of the scheme, we've taken out the existing central part, and all of that's now been left exposed. So we have exposed original cast iron columns and beams which will be left in situ. These will then create a 5-storey atrium within the heart of the building, with natural light coming in from glazed roof lights above. Within the central part of the atrium is a glazed lift, and this will be used by all residents within Horlicks Quarter, giving them access not only to the dwellings within this part of the factory building, but also to a unique outside space on top of the factory building itself. This space sits behind a refurbished Horlicks sign which sits on top of the factory and gives elevated views south, across Slough and out as far as Windsor Castle. We weren't able to retain the existing letters for structural reasons. However, all of these original letters are being put in storage where they'll be kept, and we'll be reusing those within the rest of the scheme.